Okay, so new year, new load of books. I'm going to start off with some of my 25 books for 2025. Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell, and it's based on William Shakespeare's son, which he named the famous play Hamlet after. And it's, from what I've read so far, it's set in the 1500s. It's about this forgotten story of Shakespeare's son, and everybody knows Hamlet and the play, but it's about the real person behind the name, and perhaps some of the things that inspired Shakespeare to write Hamlet. So I will tell you more about that when I finish it. My next book I've been thinking about reading for a while. It's a Barbara Kingsolver book who I absolutely love her. I've read many of her books before. In fact, I'm going to do a whole playlist for Barbara Kingsolver books. So make sure you subscribe if you're interested in tuning in for that. This one is called Demon Copperhead, and it's set in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's based on one of Dickens's books, and kind of like a retelling of David Copperfield. So I'm really excited to read that and get stuck into it, and it looks like a good meaty book, something I'm after. My third book for 2025 is going to be a book that I've been waiting to read for a while, and it's called The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Olaudah Equiano. Now, I first heard about Equiano on a history podcast called Empire. If you're interested in history, I absolutely recommend this podcast. I'm going to link it below. And it goes back with two historians. It's very funny at the same time and really meaningful and quite poignant in areas too. But it goes back and looks at different empires across history. So Equiano's narrative, this is an autobiography by an enslaved man called Equiano, and it's all about his life. And the podcast that I listened to, Empire, did a whole, I think it was one or maybe two podcasts just about this character and his extraordinary life. And he was part of the movement that helped to abolish slavery. So I'm really excited to get stuck into that. Although I know it's obviously going to be quite traumatic to read. My fourth book is going to be Postcards from the Edge by Carrie Fisher, the actress. And this one reads a bit like a Hollywood commentary and just seems like a little bit lighter than the first books, which I'm always going to try and do is to balance it out. My fifth book that I'm planning to read is going to be Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown, another podcast inspired read. I'm really interested in Unlocking Us. That's Brené Brown's podcast where she interviews a whole range of people, and she's done this book called Atlas of the Heart, all about mapping emotions and how important it is that we are able to label emotions in order to deal with them. So that will be my first 5 books for 2025. Please subscribe if you're interested in my next books and how I get on with these ones.